Hello guys, welcome back to my channel once again here on YouTube. Today we're getting closer and closer to Halloween, and I thought let's do something related to Halloween, well kind of, and have like a monster kind of review. So that's why I decided to pick the Twisted and Disturbed Life of Kane DVD set um, as a review. So this is a Silver Vision release. I'm just going to take this cardboard slip cover off and move the set over there a second. There we go. So yeah, Silver Vision release, 15 certificate here in the UK. Really cool looking angry Kane on the front. I wish they'd gone with masked Kane at this time, even though he was unmasked when they decided to release this set. And I do believe this was a 2008 release. And he joined WWF, as it was known then, in 1997. And I always wondered to myself, forgetting Kurt Angle and Triple H and Stone Cold Steve Austin and even The Rock VHS tapes, why haven't we got a Best of Kane one? You know, he was just as popular as some of those, if not all of them. And yeah, it was kind of a head scratcher for me that it taken them over 10 years to release their first ever proper set about Kane. But here we have it. Was it any good? That's what we're going to find out now. Well, in my opinion, obviously, guys. There's the spine. The spine's the same both sides. So we have an 8-hour, 38-minute runtime. So, yeah, as I said, this is a free disc set. The Big Red Machine has burned a fiery path of devastation through WWE. For more than a decade, Kane has brought a unique blend of carnage to WWE rings, battling some of the biggest superstars in WWE history, including Undertaker, Triple H, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Chris Jericho, Shawn Michaels, Edge, and so many more. Now fans can own the biggest matches of Kane's career in the Twisted, Disturbed Life of Kane, a free disc DVD set with more than 8 hours of matches, as well as a new and exclusive commentary from the deranged Kane himself. And we got a few cool screenshots on the back there of Kane at the top, and then Kane choke slamming, I believe that to be Triple H on the bottom picture there. And the logo is kind of like similar to the See No Evil movies logo, like the font and the style of the Kane logo, which is pretty cool. So I'm just gonna move that one to there a second so I can open the set up. So here we have the set, and that's one side of it on the spine, and obviously it's blank on the other. On the back we have Paul Bearer and Kane there. It's a really cool picture. See, something like that added to the front would have been pretty cool, I think. But that's just my opinion. We open it up and we have Kane's mask. And then we open it up again. And we're greeted by lots of fire, as to be expected. And yeah, the free discs, which are all pretty much the same. They all pretty much look the same. There's no pictures behind them. There's only the flame kind of effect, if you see what I mean, guys. Unlike the US version, they have pictures on each disc holder, which looks even better than this one. Shame they didn't do that with this UK release, but it doesn't matter. That's just a little nitpick of mine. And I'll put Kane's mask here somewhere, there. Trying to cram as many pictures of Kane as I can onto the screen at once. And this is the pamphlet, which I'll go over in a second. There's an advert there, the usual stuff you get in these WWE older box sets and pay-per-views and stuff on DVD. 2008 DVD releases there, various pay-per-views, best ofs. And then we have an advert for SmackDown versus Raw 2009. So we open it up, and before I begin, I'll just let you know that Kane's the host of this and stays in character throughout, and he has a few talking points and just talks a load of crazy shit in between each of the matches that are shown. I believe in their entirety as well. So, Disc 1 chapters: WWE's Worst Nightmare, We Both Love Pain, Survivor Series from 1997, Special Challenge match, Mankind versus Kane with Paul Bearer. We've got Big Brother, Big Brother. We have the WrestleMania 14 match between the two Brothers of Destruction, The Undertaker and Kane. Hellfire and Brimstone. In Your House, Unforgiven, 1998 Inferno match between Undertaker and Kane, which was pretty cool. The One Thing I Love More Than Fire, King of the Ring, 1998 First Blood match for the WWE Championship, Stone Cold Steve Austin versus Kane. I did like that match, and obviously that's the one where, spoiler alert, sorry guys, that's the one where Kane wins the WWF Championship and only holds it for 24 hours because he managed to get Austin to bleed. And obviously with Kane covered pretty much head to toe in red anyway, you know, the outfit red and black, it was hard to spot him getting, you know, any blood on him, you know, with the referee thinking, you know, where's the blood? Are you busted open? Where are you busted open to? So in a way, Austin didn't stand a chance in that match. But as I said, it only lasts 24 hours, and then Austin won it back on Raw, I do believe, the following evening. I could be wrong though, because that was such a long time ago. I'm pretty sure that's what happened, guys. And then the end always justifies the means. Yes, sorry guys. Raw World Tag Team Championship match: Jeff Jarrett and Owen Hart versus X-Pac and Kane. So moving away from the world title picture, he formed a team, an unlikely alliance with X-Pac, and he had Tori at his side as well. And kind of they tried to get him involved with DX a bit as well. And there were rumors going around lately about him having a possible green and black suit made for him, and I read a few days ago that those claims were shot down, and you know, there's a load of bollocks. I have no idea why these rumors get started. It would have been an interesting thing, but it would have made him look stupid. I preferred him how he was when he first showed up with the attire, that he had the first time he showed up in 1997, ripping that Hell in a Cell door off, you know. And then we have the Perfect Punishment, Armageddon steel cage match, Kane with Tori against X-Pac. Nothing Can Save You. We have an Armageddon last man standing match with him against Chris Jericho. This mini feud with Chris Jericho was okay, I guess. I think that's the one where Jericho spilt coffee on him and he just got freaked out. Kane got freaked out. I don't know. Very strange little feud, but it was okay for what it was. Hot and Cold Relationship. We have No Way Out from 2001, triple threat tag team match for the World Tag Team Championship. The Dudley Boys versus Edge and Christian versus the Brothers of Destruction, Undertaker and Kane. And then for special features on Disc 1, we had Undertaker's Secret and Kane versus Pete Rose. Disc 2 chapters: WWE's Worst Nightmare, I Like Weapons, Judgment Day 2001 match for the WWE Intercontinental Championship chain match, Triple H versus Kane. So, no, sorry guys, I was going to say something else then. It's not related to that. Don't worry. Ignore me. Moving on. The Olympic flame burns out. WrestleMania 18, Kane versus Kurt Angle. What torture really means. No Mercy 2002. This is what I was going to say. This is why I got confused. So Triple H versus Kane. World Heavyweight Championship, which was held by Triple H at that point, versus the Intercontinental Championship, which was held by Kane. And then they get unified after the match. So no more Intercontinental Championship. Spoiler alert again, sorry guys. after that match. Well, for about 6 months or so anyway. And in 2003, it gets reintroduced again. That's a story for another day. So we have Oil and Blood, and then Rob Van Dam and Kane versus Chris Jericho and Christian. I'm going to slow down a bit now and just elaborate a little bit on some of these matches. So I did like the Kane mask during the No Mercy with the missing mouthpiece. That was okay. They should have just left it at that then. They shouldn't have tampered with him or his attire anymore. He was good at that point. He was really cool going into 2003, having a good match in the Royal Rumble, I think he did, in that year, as well as 2001 he did as well. And obviously his partnership with Rob Van Dam was awesome. And I did enjoy that. But obviously it led to him losing his mask during 2003 and then losing his friend as well, Rob Van Dam, leading to a match on Raw, steel cage match. And then wrong place, wrong time. Sorry, guys, did I miss out that one as well? So Rob Van Dam and Kane versus Chris Jericho and Christian. I don't think I did, but just in case. Yeah, then moving on to Unforgiven, 2003, and a last man standing match against Shane McMahon. This time, Kane was completely psychotic, losing his mask. Just made him even more of a monster, I guess. He was pretty cool. And obviously done the movies as well of See No Evil 1 and 2. Avoid the second one, guys. It's absolutely shit if you haven't seen it already. The first one's pretty cool, though. Yeah, back to this, though. Yeah, I did like Kane like this. The bald Kane, as we like to call him. Unmasked Kane or whatever. And but going back to what I said earlier, the 1997 original Kane, that was him at his best. And I did like the 2002/2003 Kane with the missing mouthpiece on the mask. But then after that, like I said, it's just completely different. Feels like a completely different wrestler altogether. But that's just my opinions. He had another match with his feud with Shane McMahon, an ambulance match at the Survivor Series. The final encounter, apparently. My Appetite for Agony, SummerSlam 2004 Till Death Do Us Part match, Matt Hardy versus Kane. And this is the time when there was a storyline that went on for about a year or so with Kane getting Lita pregnant, and Lita was with Matt Hardy, and then she wasn't. She was with Edge, and it was all confusing and shit. And Snitsky getting involved. I think he's on disc 3, which we'll get to in a minute. And then we have special features. Kane is ready. Are you ready? Chicks dig the mask. Kane is quite disturbed about the current situation. Jim Ross interviews Kane, and that's the one where I think Jim Ross gets set on fire, and Kane's wearing the black towel on his head, imitating Taz, I guess. I don't know. Kane and Lita get married. And then we go over to disc 3. So chapters were WWE's Worst Nightmare, Destroying a Sacred Icon, Unforgiven, No Disqualification match, Shawn Michaels versus Kane, It Is My Fault, No Holds Barred match against Gene Snitsky on an episode of Raw in 2005, Pain and Torture, Steel Cage match, Kane versus Edge, It's Never Over, Stretcher match, Kane versus Edge, The Big Red Monster, Kane versus Umaga on a 2006 episode of Raw, Zest for Absolute Carnage. So on an episode of SmackDown in 2006, we had Undertaker and Kane versus King Booker and Finlay. Childhood Dreams, No Way Out 2007 match, Kane versus King Booker. Unadulterated Mayhem and Violence. First ever Belfast brawl between Kane and Finlay, I Will Never Forget. And Champion versus Champion from an episode of SmackDown, Kane versus Undertaker. Special features for this is the 24-man Battle Royal for ECW Championship title shot on the same evening from WrestleMania 24 from 2008. and then obviously the ECW Championship match itself. So there's a bit of a spoiler there if you think Kane wasn't going to win that, but obviously he did, the Battle Royal, and then he goes on to have that absolute 5-star classic match against Chavo Guerrero, one of the longest matches in WrestleMania history. I'm only kidding, guys. It was ridiculous, but an interesting watch, especially if you're a big fan of the Big Red Machine, as like I was back in the day. So, as well as Sting, I did like Kane as well. But yeah, that wraps up that set. There's Kane smiling at that. Brilliant. So yeah, guys, do you have this set? If not, is it something you're considering getting? It's 14 years old, believe it or not now, which is quite shocking, isn't it? And this is the only set in the UK, proper set, that got released, unless you include this one. And there was a release in the US. I can't remember what it's called. It's got like a black and white front cover. Some of you guys might know and let me know in the comments, but I don't own that one at the moment. But yeah, he did deserve more releases than what he got, because we have other superstars: Triple H, Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Rock, The Undertaker, even, with so many releases. And obviously they're more popular than Kane, but it's just a shame to see Kane only get just one main release. He needed like a big set released for covering his matches or his career from after this set was released, say from 2009 onwards, until he's pretty much quit now, hasn't he? Retired or whatever. But yeah, I give this set a score of 8 out of 10. I'm glad Kane stayed in character rather than presenting it, as just like Glenn Jacobs, I guess. That would have been a bit strange. But yeah, I enjoyed this, guys. Let me know in the comments below if you did. Hope you're all doing well. Please feel free to like if I deserve one today, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Appreciate that. Hope you all have a good Halloween. Stay safe. I'll catch you again. Peace.